Hi there, I'm going to do another scrapbook page for you today. This one is from New Year's Eve. So I had a ton of photos that I wanted to include for my page. So I decided I'm going to do a single page just so I can get my scrapbooking caught up. And I cut all of my pictures down to size to kind of highlight the evening. So these photos here are all 2x2. These are all 3x3. And then I'm going to mount them on Whisper White. So this is actually 6.5 inches by 8 5/8. And then this piece here is 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. I wanted to draw some color out, so I've got a little bit of real red and then just a scrap of designer paper from the I Wish Simply Scrapping Kit. These are some Stampin' Up! Rub-ons that I've got, and then this is going to be my title, It's Time to Celebrate. So I'm going to adhere my photos down onto my mats, and then I'll review some rub-ons with you. Something I thought worth pointing out to you is how I get my photos to be relatively lined up into their grid. I don't use a ruler, which would be the easiest way, but I do eyeball it. So what I've done here is I've put my adhesive on the back side of my photos, and then I lay them on my mat so everything is fairly equally spaced out. And then I just have to flip it over, and I can stick one picture down at a time, knowing that the others are in the spots where they should be, to get a nice equal border all the way around the outside. And you'll notice I don't really push on the photos, just in case I need to move anything or come my last picture something is really off. There you go. So I've got those down, I'm happy with the layout, and then I flip it over and I rub it on the back side, and I do that so I don't get fingerprints all over my picture. So now I have my equally spaced out photos. To add some appeal to my page, I want to add some Whisper or some of the white rub-ons onto the basic black paper. So to do a rub-on, I've just simply cut out the shapes that I want. I know approximately where they're going to go. So I've cut these from the rub-on sheets, and all I do is I take off the one layer of paper. This is now garbage. Let me zoom in here for you. And then I simply, there we go, sorry. Okay, I'm going to just set this on here. To apply my rub-on, I just take the popsicle stick, or the fancy word for it would be the rub-on applicator, and I'll just rub that down onto my page, and then when I peel it off, I've just got a really nice image there, crisp image. So I'm going to put my rub-ons on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all of my cardstock and rub-ons applied here onto my page, so you can see that these are all on. This strip here is 1 inch just wide, and then it doesn't matter the length because it's going to get tucked in behind my photos, and it just says memories begin this way. So, or sorry, memories begin with this. Oh, memories begin with this. Sorry, I'm reading upside down. Anyway, so first thing is I'm going to attach this this layer of cardstock onto my scrapbook page. You'll notice that on the bottom here, I actually did the rub-ons on top of the cardstock layers and the big black layer, like on the cardstock. So just to add another little bit extra. It's one of the nice things about rub-ons, you can do that. And I'm going to try and kind of tuck this up kind of as close to the top as I can, so most of my photos will show. Most of this one and this one will get covered, but I'm okay with that. So I'll adhere that down. And then I have my bottom layer here. And what I did is I used one of the clips from the assorted clips from Stampin' Up! And I just attached a piece of red gingham ribbon to it just to add a little something. So again, we photo, layer, and embellish. So I'll just stick that on here, kind of going in the opposite direction. Cover up as little as possible, but I don't want anything really to be straight. And I'll attach that, so you can see here my clip. And then last but not least, I did It's Time to Celebrate, which is from the rub-ons, oh goodness, that has all the greetings, Chit Chat it's called. And then I just applied 3 silver brads down here. Now if I were doing this on a card or something, I would definitely use dimensionals, but because it's going into a scrapbook, I will just adhere it flat because it'll be behind the plastic layer. So I can now just stick this to my scrapbook page, and I like that my brads are, the backs are here, so then they don't go through the back of the page and get stuck on the pages behind them. So there, in a nutshell, is my New Year's Eve with all of my layered photos, or my collage photos. I hope you like it, and thanks for joining me.